Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little get ready with me. I kind of have a new setup that I am trying out for the time being. So I figured let's do like a quick and easy look that I do on a daily basis for work when I wear makeup. So very quick, easy, breezy makeup here, and I will go through everything that I use on a daily basis. Alright, first and foremost, what I've been using lately that I'm trying out, and I'm still undecided about, is this cannabis oil by Herbivore. I got the little sample. So I'm still trying to figure out if I like this or not. So I just dot it on my skin. And then I take my hands and I work with them. Now, I will say, this stuff smells terrible. I do not like the way it smells at all. I don't like it. But thankfully, the smell, it dissipates very quickly. I rub that in, and I'm not going all the way up into my eyes right here. I'm just stopping like right here, even though it looks like I'm going up really high. But I don't put that oil underneath my eyes. It's not that they tell you not to, it's just I don't. The item that I have been using for under my eyes is Biossance Squalene Peptide Eye Gel that I hauled earlier in May. And I just do one full pump on my little ring finger here. And then I put them together. And then I rub that in under my eyes. Go up on the, like I go complete circles under here. And then this little gadget here by Nurse Jamie, I love this. I just take this under my eyes. It vibrates, it kind of tickles under your eye, and I just do this for just a couple little swipes through here, and you can see like there is a difference between the two eyes. It's subtle, but over time it does help. This little gadget wasn't super uber expensive. Some of Nurse Jamie's stuff can get expensive, but this is not super bad. And then that fully rubs in my eye cream that I use, so there's that. Next, I put on my sunscreen. And I've been using the Clinique Pep Start sunscreen. Just put a big old blob in my hand, drop the lid, and I rub it in. So I'm doing like my full face get ready with me when I wear makeup. So this part that I'm doing right now with the moisturizer and the sunscreen, regardless of what is going on, I do this every single day. My battery's about to die. I do this every single day. Usually if I'm going to not wear any makeup, I just pop some of the Jeffree Star Peach under my eyes and then I'm out the door. But today we're gonna do the full face, and I'm going to put my foundation on the back of my hand. Right here, what I'm using is the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wander in shade 6 medium. I really enjoy this foundation. It is light to medium, nothing crazy when it comes to coverage, and I just kind of dot that all over my face. Grab my mirror so I can see what I'm doing, and my Clarisonic with my foundation brush head on it, and I just start blending this in. Now this will beep at you when it's time to move to the other side of the face, like that beep that you just heard. But I kind of like just to work wherever I feel like to. So with the oil and then with the sunscreen, it makes my skin extremely dewy. I'm starting to embrace a dewier look. But me, I always take a matte look over a super uber dewy look. Get your ears really good underneath. And this foundation is actually a really good match for my skin. And then it's like a minute and you're done and your foundation is flawless. So moving on to concealer, we're gonna try to rock this battery as long as possible until it dies. I'm gonna go in with the Jeffree Star Peach. And I literally just put a little boop there and a little there. And it looks like I'm putting on a lot, but I'm really not. Everybody applies their foundation and their concealer differently. Some do the big triangle. I'm not really into that. And what I do is I always use a beauty blender when I'm doing my concealer. And this peach is just canceling out the dark circles that I have. I do get kind of dark under there. And I kind of work it down just a little bit. And I bring whatever excess around my nose and on my chin. Don't really know why I do that, but that's what I do. And if you heard that little meow in the background, that was Bailey Banks, the cat. So then, after I worked in the color corrector, you can see that's canceled out pretty much everything under my eyes. I go in with the concealer. This is C8, Bailey. And I just do a little bit right here. And then we have fun with the concealer. I feel like you can never have too much concealer. Especially with this formula. It blends out like a dream. So, yes. Oh, I still got mask under my chin. So I was testing out that mask, and it's kind of weird that herbivore mask. It like re-liquefies on your skin. It's very strange. I should have recorded me actually like washing it off my face, but I wasn't quite sure what to do. So now this looks super uber scary. I know. All right, so my camera died and I went ahead and blended in my under eye concealer prior to coming back. So I'm just gonna go over it a little bit with the Beauty blender because it kind of settled. But in Jeffree Star's defense, the camera was charging for about an hour. So I'm just gonna go over all of this real quick. And then I'm going to take my fluffy little brush that I talked about in my favorites. This is the Scott Barnes 64 and some of the Jeffree Star powder in beige. So I kind of like to open it just like a little bit, pop some powder out, and then I take it in the lid and I'm just going to do. Like I said in past videos, I don't like to bake my face. I just don't like the way baking appears on my skin. I feel like it makes me look older, and your makeup should never make you look older than what you are. To me, it just exaggerates my fine lines and wrinkles. So then I'm going to take my big fluffy Scott Barnes brush. This is the number 67, which I love. And then I'm just going to lightly fluff this on my face. So I do a more concentrated, like, wash of powder under my eyes with a more defined brush. And then I take this big guy and just powder my whole face. And then I'm gonna close this off, and then I take whatever is left in here. This is one thing I don't like about powders like this. And it has nothing to do with this being Jeffree Star's powder, but just powders in general. I hate when it leaves a bunch of ickage in there. Even though he did make that little turny top, it still leaves stuff in there. And then you get powder all over you, which is fun. And I'm just gonna take this under my chin. So now I have my foundation on, concealer, or foundation, color corrector, concealer, and now I have powder. So now I'm going to move on to my eyeballs. Well, first actually, I'm gonna put on this lippy gloss that I love. It's the one from Givenchy that I told you guys about. And my favorites, which is the color is called Perfect Pink, which is a perfect name. And if you heard that click on, I'm sorry, my ear kicked back on. So I'll try to speak up so you can hear me. So now I'm going to move on to my eyeshadow, and I have been using this Wander Beauty, the Smooth Sailing 360 eye primer. It's not bad. The one thing I'm kind of fussy about is that it puts a lot of product on. So let me get some oils here. So it gives you a lot of product to work with on the wand, which is a good thing and a bad thing, I think. I think it's good that you don't have to fight to get product out, but it can make you overuse product. Okay. So now I have my primer on. And this is kind of a weird step that I do. The Charlotte Tilbury, this is the Airbrush Flawless Finish. This is in medium. I take my little brush like this again. And I always powder after I put primer on. And this is so lightly milled that I put it on my eyelid. I don't typically use the Jeffree Star powder on my eyelid because it does have that fragrance in there. And this one I don't ever smell fragrance. I don't know if it's necessarily fragrance free, but I don't smell anything. So yeah. For me, it's just easier for me to blend my eyeshadow out when I have a powder already on. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into the Makeup Geek quad that I got. And that's what's new at Target. And I have no earthly idea where I got this brush at. It's been used so much it doesn't have any writing, but it's just this big, thick brush that I'm gonna go into Peach Smoothie. And I'm just gonna put that all over my lid. Just a wash of color. Very natural looking. Work it in. You can see you can barely see any color. But it's like a light peach color. Peach Smoothie was one of my favorite Makeup Geek colors of life, along with, I think it was Chickadee, which is like an orangey color that I loved. Okay, so I just have that blended all over the eyes. Super easy. Then I'm going to take the Caramel Coffee palette, also from Target Makeup Geek, and I'm going to go into Creme Brulee. And I'm going to take this bigger brush here. This is my MAC 217, and I actually just placed an order with Nordstrom's, and I ordered another one of these. I feel like you can never have too many MAC 217 brushes. They are probably one of my all-time favorite brushes to blend with. They're just super easy, and I work this up in the crease right here, but then I also move it down on my eyelid as well. And these shadows are so easy to blend, like they do the work for you. You don't have to be super careful, especially with these good transition colors. You don't have to be super careful, which is quite nice, especially in the morning. And this usually takes me just a minute or two, but since I'm kind of talking to you and trying to explain what I'm doing, which I'm not always the best at, and I always tap off the excess, like on my mirror or on the palette. So then I'm gonna go into, which this one I think still has some red color on it. I haven't been very good at cleaning my brushes, but we can just get it off on our hands here. It's good enough. We're gonna go into, what is this called? Wild West. And I kind of just pack it on a side, and then I'm going to make a mess and build it into this crease and work that in. I'm gonna take it back on and do the same thing on this side, and I kind of like sloppily put this in here. I don't know why I do this, but I just really sloppily put that in there. So just sloppy. You can see this is super jaggedy, but don't worry, we will clean her up. And I'm gonna go into with this Bobbi Brown brush and with the lighter creme brulee shade again, and I'm gonna buff the bejeebas out of it. It kind of just gives it this blown out look. Then I'm gonna take that little one again, dab it off, and whatever is excess, I go into this corner of my eye right here. I don't pick up any more product. So it gives it like a good wash of color, but I am gonna touch it, barely like touch it with the tip. And touch these little places that I feel like are lacking color. Okay. I'm gonna take this little guy, and I'm gonna go into Shimma, ever so lightly, because Shimma is very, like, little swipe, very blinding. So very light, like kiss, tap it off, and I'm going to touch again in that corner, and I even kind of bring it up into my crease. This brush is just hands down, oh, that got too much, hands down one of my favorite brushes, because it just effortlessly you just basically like color, like shade it on there, and then we can even put a Shimma on our cheekbones to highlight. So now I'm gonna move into my bronzer, and I went back to an oldie but yet a goodie, Too Faced. This is the Milk Chocolate Matte, and that brush is getting kind of heavy. So I load up this brush and then I pat it off. And I don't like to contour because I already have kind of high cheekbones that kind of contour themselves. So I'm all about bronzing up the skin, and I beat the crap out of it. I have usually bruises on my wrist from beating the crap out of my bronzer brush on my hand. You guys, I forgot my mascara. I'm gonna have to go grab that. And my eyelash curler. So I don't do a whole lot to the face. I just bronze it up. I like my skin to look like me, just a little better. which I think is everybody's goal. And I also take under my chin here. I just bronze up. I'm not contouring. And it's barely showing up on camera, which is kind of odd. There we go. And this stuff, you guys, it smells like chocolate, which is amazing. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my mascara. I cannot believe I forgot my mascara. All right, so I'm back. Got my eyelash curler. So typically, this is just one from Sephora. So I get in there and I curl my eyelashes. So I try to get as close to the eyelash base as I can. And then I do another curl, kind of up halfway. And it gives you more of a curled look. And I find that my curl will stay all day. And then today I'm using the Pat McGrath Fetish Eye Mascara. I really do enjoy this. I don't think I have, no, I don't have any other products by her, but this is a big fat brush that I do enjoy. I'm waiting for an order. Memorial Day weekend, that Saturday, Nordstrom had their, what is it, buy 3 get 1 free on their mascara. So that's usually when I get some of the more expensive mascaras to try. So I'm excited for that to come in. And this mascara, I think it gets better the more you use it. When you first get it, it's a very wet formula. But the more you use it, it kind of, not dries up, but for lack of a better word, it does kind of dry up, making it easier to build. And I am a sloppy person when it comes to mascara. I got some here on the inner corner of my eye. Just rub that in. So yeah, that is basically my look. I usually don't wear lipstick, like a super color. I've been wearing this. I'll put some more of this back on. It's just a beautiful pop of pink. So yeah, there you have it. This is like my everyday makeup. So bronze little cheeks. This is, you see me day-to-day basis. This is what I look like if I'm wearing makeup. Adjust the light down a little bit, so it kind of gives you a more realistic view of what my makeup looks like, because with that bright light it kind of washes things out. So you can see it's very subtle. I just bronzed the face, as you can see, but I didn't really do any contouring, but since my cheekbones are naturally high, it automatically looks like a contour. So yeah, that is today's look. Very, very easy. Like I said, I can usually get this done in 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, doing the whole shebang, washing the face, moisturizing, the whole kit and caboodle. So I'm out the door very quick. Since you're fluffing things into the crease, you don't really have to be precise. So yeah, that's today's video. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below. It really does help my channel, and I will see you in the next video.